Ay, sa Acoba, grabe no? Ba't kumikita?
Good morning.
Yeah.
For today, class.
Good morning.
Good morning, class. My name is Professor Garcia. I am the head of the CLE faculty.
And I'm Mr. Dao, head of the department, head of the music department. And there are announcements for tomorrow, class. Tomorrow, we'll be having your Claret talks, and I expect big things from you, class. That is all. Bye and thank you.
Kumusta naman? Handa ka naman para bukas sa Claret talks natin? Mukhang kailangan natin ayusin ito kasi hindi ko rin alam kung anong gagawin ko eh. Oh, uy sir. Hi sir. Nandito na kami para 1%. Good. Okay, good morning everyone. We're here to present Claret Talks. I'm here with Jose Mercado and I am James Habon.
Wait lang. Sobrang simple naman itong PowerPoint na to. Palitan nyo nga yan.
Grabe ka naman sir. Sige sir.
Ito na sir. Claret Talks, Comic Sans, nakatilt pa. Mas maganda yan. Sobrang simple pa rin eh. Ano ba yan sir? Outing mo. Sige. Next. Yan. Okay. Ito na seryoso na. Okay, good morning everyone. I am James Habon with...
And I am Karl Mercado.
And now we're here to start our Claret Talks. Our topic is about contemporary arts. Yung subject na halos kinakagalitan yung lahat. Okay? Sisimulan natin. Arts. Kasi alam ko lahat kayo dyan, hindi magaling. Kaya marami sa inyong galit ngayon sa C-part dahil hindi nyo alam kung magagawin nyo, bumabagsak kayo. Sige, simulan natin. Isang klaseng art na nakikita nyo madalas pero hindi nyo ginagawa. Uy, ano ba yan? Ayan, simulan tayo dito. Digital art siya. Tawag dyan digital art. Basically, art siya na hindi by hand, hindi siya traditional style of drawing. Ang gamit dyan, computer. Gagamit ka ng application para i-drawing yan at mapaganda gamit ang effects. Pero, ang problema kasi dyan, kailangan mo talaga ng computer at specific tools para maka-drawing ng digital art. Pero nonetheless, maganda ang kakalabasan yan kapag nagawa mo. Yan! Mas gusto ko yan. Yan, traditional artwork.
Ano yung mga traditional art? Ito yung mga dating ginagawa na kailangan handmade, matagal, at saka parang ang hirap gawin eh. Kasi parang mahirap gawin. Kasi pag nagkamali ka, kailangan mong ulit-ulitin.
Kaya sir, tignan mo, isang mali mo lang dyan, madudumihan na agad yung drawing kaya papalag na agad. So, paano mo nasasabing mas maganda yung traditional art kaysa digital art?
Yan, mas maganda pa yan. Kasi, through all your hardships and love for art, o art, ma-achieve mo tong kind of artwork, this traditional artwork.
Sige nga sir, kung mahal mo talagang traditional art, anong title niyang painting na yan?
Oh, Starry Night.
Sino ang gumawa? Starry Night, ang title ng painting, Starry Night. Yung kaninang nauna si Mona Lisa by Leonardo da Vinci. The Starry Night by Vincent van Gogh. Okay, next. Ito, digital art.
Makikita natin, digital art, maraming aspects. Makikita natin how the artist express his feelings, emotions through digital art by using different effects and of course, skill niya sa drawing. Makikita natin may different sides. Parang poetic side ng drawing tsaka artistic side. Poetic side, makikita mo yung kung paano yung na-express, kung ano yung hidden meaning dun sa art na yun. Tapos yung artistic side, makikita mo kung yung creativity ng artist sa pag-blend, pag-mix ng mga colors. Like for example, itong digital art na to, screenshot siya galing sa movie actually. Yung comment, use different kinds of brush and color to achieve that wonderful strokes. Okay. Ito, next digital art. Sige, Merc, ikaw naman mag-explain.
Dito, makikita ninyo yung pag-express ng artist sa nature. Dahil dito, napapakita ng artist yung mga ano niya sa buhay, na experience through feelings and emotions gamit yung mga nakikita niya sa kapaligiran. Kaya mas maganda ang modern art or digital art kasi kaya nilang ngayon, mas free na tayo at saka wala nang masyadong mga guidelines like sa dating traditional art. Dito makikita mo yung mga colors and imagination ng artist.
Oo nga, tama ka dyan, Merc. Hindi tulad ng traditional art. Oo, makikita mo nga ang emotion, kung ano yung pinapahiwatig ng artist. Pero at the same time, konting mali mo lang masasira na agad yung presentation. Okay, sir. Na-convince ka ba, sir?
Hindi. Mas maganda pa rin ang traditional artwork. Ay, nako. Dapat natututo na kayo sa akin eh. Mamaya na. Punta kayo sa office ko, ha?
Sige.
Oh, sir. Nangyari sa'yo, sir. Sir, gising na, sir.
There! Mamaya ba?
Oo, sige.
Kamusta ka, sir? Okay na ba?
Okay na ako. Mas na-realize ko nga ngayon na equal lang bala ang traditional art sa modern art ngayon. Silang dalawa ay magandang tingnan ngayon.
Oo, sir. Sana nga na-convince ka doon. Kasi kanina, kapal pa ng mukha mo sinasabi mong mas maganda ang traditional art kaysa sa digital. Dapat pantay-pantay lang ang trato, sir. Hindi ganyan.
Oo. Tulad na ako sa'yo.
Saka makikita mo sa both arts na yung mga actions ng mga tao at saka mga expressions nila.
Tama ka dyan, Mr. Mercado.
Ayan, sige, sir. Antayin lang natin yung video mo kung hindi nagpe-play.
Sir, play daw, sir.
Wala yung video.
Sir,
Ako
play
po.
daw, sir.
Hindi nagpe-play yung video.
Sir,
Patay tayo dyan.
play pa rin.
Yung mga may video na susunod, pasensya na. Hindi, sige, tuloy na tayo. Bali guys, ganito. Hindi dapat natin tinatrato ang digital and traditional art na magkaiba. Walang mas superior, walang mas inferior. Kasi parehas ito na nag-express ng feelings, parehas itong mas maganda tignan, parehas itong... ayan na pala. Ayan na. parehas itong nagpapakita ng magandang aspect ng artist, mga ina-express niyang feelings. Ayan, nakikita niyo sa presentation na digital and traditional arts, different kinds. Nag-express sila ng magagandang messages, pero at the same time, may mga negative rin. Dahil depende talaga ito sa nararamdaman. Pero makikita rin natin ng iba't ibang art, different perspective ng tao. Malay mo, pag-interpret mo dito sa mountain na to, peaceful. Pero para sa akin, sira-sira yan. Kaya, depende talaga sa tao to.
Depende din ito sa perspective ng mga tao. As they say, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Depende ito sa mga pinagdadaanan ng mga tao kung paano nila i-express yung art nila. And depende rin ito sa hardships, achievements, and mga relationships nila sa buhay. Kung paano nila gagawin yung art na yun. So hindi naman sa may mas maganda. Depende rin ito sa mga taong kaka-perceive ng art na ito.
Okay guys, so dapat wala talagang tatratuhin na mas mataas at mas mababa. Dapat hindi tayo mag-discriminate ng art dahil sa itsura nila. Kasi lahat talaga ito pantay-pantay. Lalo na ikaw, sir. Dapat matuto ka na. Bigyan mo yung mataas na tweet. Ayan. Okay, sige ah. Okay, next slide. Okay guys. Thank you for listening. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir. Sige, thank you guys. Dahil dyan, meron kayong A sa akin.
Good morning, Mr. Vidal.
Mr. Garcia?
Yes. Good morning, class. Oh, I see that there's a presentation happening here.
Yeah.
So, I see the first presentation about art is really meaningful. You see now, Vidal, you need to focus on the equality, on equity rather than equality. You see, that's the importance. So who will be the next presenters for today, Mr.
Oh, it's Mr. D.
Oh, can we kindly call up on the stage?
Please give us a lesson about your subject, Mr. D.
Andun.
Once again, let's give him a round of applause.
Okay na.
Hello everyone, my name is Dennis D. And my name is Dennis D. And today I'm going to talk about miracles in the New Testament. But first, I'm going to ask you guys some questions. Do you guys read the Bible every day? Yes! But did you ever wonder why they always proclaim the Gospel, which is the Bible in the New Testament? Well, basically, so the Gospel, meaning from the word Godspell, they tell everything about Jesus' teachings from his life in the New Testament. So, there are miracles that Jesus been doing and preaching, but how did he perform these miracles? But so I'm going to tell you that we don't really know how he do these miracles, but I'm going to tell you the reason why he is doing these miracles. Well, basically, he is showing a sign that will make us realize how our life is really doing, which is really bad. discuss miracles, but there are 4 types of miracles. So the first one is miracles of nature, miracles of supply, second miracles of time. The third one is miracles of healing, and the fourth one is miracles over demon power. So miracles of nature. It tells that we should always respect our nature because it's the only planet we live. Second, miracles of nature. We should be generous and kind to everyone because that's how life is. We should always help everyone from their life because some people are having problems from their past. So let's try to help them by giving them what they need, giving them spiritual. So next one, third one, miracles of healing. We should visit the sick every time they are not feeling well because or kidding. They're sick, so we should just help them because nothing will happen if we don't touch each other. So when you see someone is sick, try to helping them by giving assistance and giving medication. Lastly, miracle over demon power. We should respect and love our enemies. That's it. Nothing will happen. Just respect and love our enemies because there's nothing going to happen, but you're just going to fight if you keep doing the things you were doing every day. Okay, so to end my speech, I encourage you, as a Claretian, how can you be miracle to other people? And that's it. Thank you.
That was a wonderful speech by Mr. D.
Yeah, I agree. Especially since I'm in the CLE department. I really like that. Everything. Oh, so, Mr. Dadal. So, I heard the next presenters would be discussing about an expository speech regarding organ management.
Yes. And now, let's welcome Mr. Kapulong and Mr. Estrella for their
Good morning.
So, good morning. I'm Karl Kapulong.
I'm Paolo Estrella.
So, we have a question. Who here wants to start up a business?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Next question.
What kind of business are you doing? Mr. Acoba.
Weed, drug. Sorry.
You want your business to become successful?
Yes.
Let's talk about benchmarking.
So we're going to show you a method or a way of how businessmen reach their or attain their goals in their business.
Continue.
Benchmarking has long history going back to the early days of evolution. Benchmarking has a long history going back to the early days of evolution. Comparison has always been the essence of winning, and being able to react quickly and appropriately has helped men overcome significant hurdles. Since then, benchmarking has evolved, but it is still an integral part of our daily lives. Benchmarking is an activity that tells you your position or status by comparing yourself to others. The reason for comparing is to understand where you are today and what might be some of the areas that you need to improve. In business today, it is vital that we compare ourselves to others. We need to know, am I making more money than my competitors? How does my business compare to the rest within the same industry? Are there others out there that have similar problems? Have they solved them already? If yes, then what worked for them? Am I the top or the bottom of the class? Comparisons are great. However, there is a catch. Only things that are comparable can be compared if the result is to be useful. When these comparisons are done correctly, it is called benchmarking.
So what is benchmarking?
Benchmarking is an activity that tells us our status or position by comparing our organization to other organizations.
Benchmarking is also about obtaining measure. So what is the purpose of benchmarking?
The purpose is to know where you stand. Are you ahead or behind your competitors?
So before starting a benchmarking activity, what you must know is that you should remember, or you must understand a company's rules and regulations. Because why? Because you need to know what are your limitations when conducting a benchmarking activity.
Goal of benchmarking is to learn the lessons of others and to use them to make improvements in one's own organization.
So what are the steps in conducting a benchmarking activity? So the first step is define what you want to benchmark. Is it the company's rules and regulations? Is it the product? Or is it the staff motivation?
Second step is to know your competitors. You should know what makes you different among the rest.
The third step is ensure that your comparisons are comparable. Because for example, you cannot compare a private school to a public school, nor a fast food chain to a convenience store.
Next is to learn the best practices. Learn the lessons of others and use them to make improvements in your own organization. And lastly, after gathering all the information, implement what you've learned. This is to improve your organization.
So, I have a question. Do you think benchmarking is similar to spying?
Yes. Yes.
So, benchmarking is not spying.
Benchmarking is not spying. Benchmarking is not copying or trying to catch up. Continue, please.
Benchmarking is not a cost reduction exercise. is about learning from and surpassing and trying to be the best.
Benchmarking is closing the gap between present quality and expectation.
So there are types of benchmarking. The first type is internal benchmarking. From the word internal, it means inside its own company or organization. The best example for internal benchmarking is your own company's rules and regulations. It's about also comparing and learning from the performance of different departments.
The other type is competitive benchmarking. Comparing your institution's performance with other schools, colleges, or universities who are competitors.
So do you think benchmarking is really important in your business? So we'll end this by leaving you a quote.
It's not how good your company is. It is how good your company wants to become.
Benchmarking is about bridging the gap between where we are and where we want to be. Thank you.
Thank you for listening.
Alright, so, Mr. Dal, who will be the next presenter for today?
The next presenter for today is Mr. Gaddi.
Alright, let's give him a warm round.
Good morning. Have you ever heard of the book called The Art of War? Well, in this book, it says that if you don't know yourself, you don't know your enemy, you will lose all the time. And if you know yourself and you don't know your enemy, or vice versa, you'll win half of the time. But if you know yourself, you know your enemy, you'll win all the time. So how do we apply this in our daily lives? Well, this is where SWOT analysis comes in. SWOT analysis is pretty easy to use. All you have to do is just identify the 4 factors, which is the strength, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. And it is categorized into 2. Internal, which is your strengths and weaknesses, and external, opportunities and threats. Now, what are the good things and the bad things of using SWOT analysis? The first good thing, that it is simple. All you have to do is just identify the 4 factors. And thanks to its simplicity, it is flexible, meaning you can use it in every situation that you can think of. Now for the bad points. The bad things of using this SWOT analysis is that the attributes that you can identify can be only determined by the 4 factors. Example is like you found an attribute that can be both strength and weaknesses, so you can't put them in either of the 2. Another thing is that some people can take a long time to use the SWOT analysis. So how do we put this into real life situations? Well, this is how. In this situation, you have a friend who wants you to hang out with him to a place that you've never been to, which you don't like. So to use the SWOT analysis in this situation, you have to identify the 4 factors. The strength, which is you want to hang out with him because he's your friend. And the weakness, you're afraid to go to new places. Your opportunities, you might like a new place and you might possibly lose your fear of going to new places. And the threats is natural accidents like car accidents, natural disasters, and you might not like the place and you might never explore again. In my case, I would go because if you look at the opportunities, I might lose my fear of going to new places, which is really nice. For those who doesn't understand it, there's another example. In this second example, there are 2 things. There are 2 games. The first game is called Game X. It's a game that you're interested in. And the second game is called Game Y. It's a game that's very popular, and your friends bought it, meaning your friends have a game, it's very popular, but you're not interested in it because you're more interested in Game X. In this, we do SWOT analysis in the perspective of game ends. The strength is that you're interested in the game. The weaknesses is that your friends doesn't own the game, so you can't play with them. And the opportunity is that the game might improve over time, and your friends might buy the game. Thus improve. And the threat is that it might worsen over time, and your friends might not buy the game. In my case, I've done this before already. I would buy the game that I'm interested in and just buy the game later on, buy the game while later on. Because I'd rather play a game that I'm interested in rather than playing a game that I'm not, because I might be terrible in the other game. Now going back to the book of Part 4, where the great generals like MacArthur, Patton, Rommel, and the great industry capitalists or the great leaders of the industry like Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, and Elon Musk applies these principles in their businesses, where knowing yourself is knowing your strengths and weaknesses, and knowing your enemies is knowing your opportunities and threats. If you apply all of these into your personal life, school life, and soon to be professional life, you will and always will win all the time. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Gaddi.
Very wonderful speech, Mr. Gaddi. Very informative.
I agree. So, Mr. Didal, what would you think about science? Do you think science is an art?
Yes, I think science is an art. Why do you say that?
It's because the next presenters would be discussing about science in their entertainment speech today. So, may we call on Mr. Acoba and Mr. Umali to the stage.
Hello. Hello and good morning.
Hello and good morning, schoolmates. I am Francis Acoba.
I'm Bryan Umali of 11 SPB.
Welcome to the Claret Talks
2017 of Bachelor.
I would like to ask you guys if you're enjoying Claret Talks. Probably not. Find it boring. Unfortunately, you'll do it soon. I would like to ask you a question. Have you guys tried smoking?
Yeah!
Anyone?
Yes!
Okay, no one seems to like our question, but we're not here to educate or persuade you guys to smoke. But we're here both to tell you how can it badly affect our body and our everyday life.
It increases the risk of it increases our risk of getting cancer. I don't think so. There's a list of excuses that we got from the internet to justify smoking habits and why they are completely valid. Smoking socially once in a while isn't bad for you. No, it is still bad for your health. Why? It increases the developing cerebral aneurysm and subarachnoid hemorrhage. Studies can now measure that immediate change to our bodies as we smoke single cigarettes. From rise in the blood pressure to a change in gases in our bloodstream. If it's so bad, why is everyone still doing it? Here are 2 reasons why so many people still smoke.
One of the reasons are peer pressure or societal need. Some kids give in to peer pressure because they want to be liked or fit in. They don't want to be called I think that ends with Y and starts with B. Others go along because others go along because they are curious to try something new that others are doing. And here's the second reason why many people still smoke.
Mental illness can lead many to self-medicate with cigarettes. There's speculation that some of them may be smoking to self-medicate. We know that when a person smokes, it has an impact on their brain. It makes people feel better and calms them down a bit. It also elevates their mood.
And here's the impact. It does have impact on our bodies. First is our blood pressure increased and lungs outcome is bronchospasm, and in muscular it's tremor and pain. Lots of effect in our bodies. So take it as a tip. Don't try smoking, guys. Here's our conclusion. So boys, now you heard what can do to our bodies. Don't ever do it or try it in the near future. We don't need to be pressured by our peers if we know we don't like the feel. Many people chose wrong decisions in life because they don't have any choices.
We do have choices, we don't need to give in, because many have tried but failed. Don't feel guilty for doing what's best for you, because you control your life. You don't need other opinions or approval. You don't need to try it. To be one of your friends, you to level yourself at some point. Smoking will kill you. At the end, you will regret it. It will stab you in the back.
Okay guys, so make good choices in life. Delete, erase, and follow whatever makes your life bad. And you're free. You can do everything. You don't need to fit in the society. So thank you. Once again, I'm Francis Acoba and Bryan Umali of 11 SPB.
Okay, that was nice. Remember guys, we do not condone smoking and drugs. It's prohibited by law. And speaking of which, so Reggie, who will be our next presenters for today?
It's going to be Mr. Reotutar and Mr. Garcia.
May we call you guys on the stage now? May you guys give them a round of applause, please.
Pleasant morning to you all. My name is Reotutar.
And I'm Garcia.
And we're here to talk about alcohol. So, sino dito umiinom? Wala! Sige na, nahiya lang kayo.
Okay, so from our own experience, we do think alcohol is very fun and enjoyable.
Para sa inyo. Alam naman namin na enjoy nyo, so... But, however, alcohol is a vice, and vices do more harm than good.
For instance, overdosage of alcohol may affect one's liver. There are a lot more effects of alcohol to one's body.
So without further ado, we'll now discuss what alcohol does to one's human body.
Of course, all you guys have different drinking habits.
Yes, but others don't even drink at all. But for those who do you guys either drink occasionally or regular? Like lagi? For those who drink regularly, it is possible for you guys to encounter some dangerous effects to your body if you continue to do so, especially when you binge drink. What is binge drinking?
So binge drinking is when you drink a lot of alcohol to get drunk instantly.
Yes. If you make drinking a habit, this could result to permanent brain damage. Yeah.
Okay, so alcohol causes high blood pressure, which increases the risk of heart attack or even a stroke.
Next.
Another dangerous effect would be the damaging of our livers with continued excessive drinking.
Yes. There are a lot more effects of it to the human body, but what we have stated are enough. What we have just discussed must serve as a lesson and a reminder for you guys that alcohol does not only lead to enjoyment and pleasure. There are significant effects to it. And for that, we should all take responsibility.
As cliche as it sounds, drinking must still be taken with moderation, no matter what. We hope that you all have learned something from this. Thank you and good morning.
Is that it?
Yeah.